Hey guys, this is George again, back with another cassette community video. This is the second one I'm doing. I got a bunch of stuff from my buddy Steve for my birthday, right here. All brand new, still sealed, cut out stuff, all metal stuff, a couple other things. Then I have some rarities I figured I'd show since I'm doing this video. I'll probably do these once a month. I've been getting good feedback on them, so. But let's check it out, see what we got. First up is Exciter, Unveiling the Wicked. And this is like a weird, I don't know where this is from, weird pressing. I'm thinking it's from like Spain or something like that, or Italy, but 1991 album, pretty killer. Next up is TT Quick's Sloppy Seconds. Again, this is brand new and still sealed. Killer. This came out, I think, like 89. Yeah, 1989. I just found it still sealed on. Next up is Forgotten Rebels. This one's called Surfing on Heroin. Punk band. Never heard this record. I have a couple other things from them, but this is on Restless record in the early 90s. I think 91. Something like that. The Dehumanizers. Another punk band. This is on Medusa. This came out in 1988. I heard one song from these guys. I liked it, so I was telling him about it, and he found the full-length cassette. Now my buddy Steve works as a distributor, import distributor, so every now and then they get all these weird cutout titles, and he got a bunch of metal cassettes and punk cassettes, and so he kind of made, he made me make him a list of stuff that he gave me a list of stuff that he got in, and he got it all for me. So Pentagram, Be Forewarned. This came out in the early 90s, I think. 1994. Now there's a new documentary coming out about the singer from Pentagram. It's like I'm Still Here or something like that, about his drug battles and him singing with Pentagram, and it looks really interesting. I think that's the name of it. I'll put it down below. I'll look it up, but I think it's like I'm Still Here or something like that. It's just recently made like the independent movie circuit. It was playing here in Philadelphia at the Ritz, but I didn't get a chance to see it, so it's coming out soon. It's hot as shit today. It's like 100 degrees. It's going to be 103 tomorrow. So I got the air cranking, but still it's trying to keep up. So it's hot. It's like 72 in the house right now, and it still doesn't feel like. Anyway, Richard Hell and the Voidoids, I mean. This came out on Sire in, jeez, when did this come out? A lot of these don't have the dates on. Either that or I'm getting too old to see it, the small type now. Anyway, this is a classic record. I have this on CD, but thought it was cool to get on cassette. Brand new. Jason and the Scorchers, Fervor. I have the original pressing of this on vinyl when it was Jason and the Nashville Scorchers. And then I have this pressing, which this pressing they dropped in Nashville and it just became Jason and the Scorchers. But they also added the track, the Bob Dylan track, Absolutely Sweet Marie, on here. But I figured this is killer. I don't think I have any Jason and the Scorchers on cassette. And that's their first EP. So next up is Savage Grace, After the Fall from Grace, Metal Blade Records. Killer. '86. Sorry. I can't read this shit. It's so small. I'm getting old. Savage Grace, The Dominatrix. This came out in 1983. This was the only one that was open. So, but again, it's like never been played. You can tell, like the tapes. I always liked that band. Stars Live in Action, Metal Blade Records. This came out in like 89 or 90. 1989. Really cool. That one's hard. If I, you know, I can't even find this on vinyl. I know it's out there, but I just, you know, I want to find this, even on CD. And the last one he got me is Fastway, Bad Bad Girls. Now I think this is the first album without Dave King. Is that his name? The singer that was on the first couple. What the hell was his name? I think that was it, but I think that's the first record without him. But again, I'm not real familiar with this album. I never was. I think this came out right after they did the Trick or Treat soundtrack. But I'm not 100%. I don't know who the singer is. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm sure people that watch this will know who the singer is. Now on to some rarities that I've had. I figured I'd share. This one is the Slam Hound demo tape. Josh Todd's band before Buck Cherry. This has The Devil Goes Public and Dog on it. 2-song demo. 1993 Sky Door Records. I don't know. There's nothing on that side, but that's like the original demo. No cover. I just kind of threw this cover in. The original Black Eyed Susan. This is the promo cassette before the album came out. This is I think it was called Electric Rattlebone. Yeah, Electric Rattlebone. Now I have a couple different ones. This one's actually a pressed cassette. Then I have one that has like the sticker, you know, over it with the type on it, and that one's like a high bias cassette. So I have, from what I remember, that one sounds a little better than this one. This is another album that it's pretty hard to find on vinyl, I think, but that was the promo cover. Pretty killer. Dean gave me that. Well, Dean gave me the other one, something like that. Another promo cassette is Dangerous Toys, Hellacious Acres. Different cover. 1991 Sony Music. I don't think I ever played this one. I got this when I was working at a record shop. I worked at record shops on and off for years. Sometimes 2 at a time. I worked full time during the day at one and worked part time at night at another. I haven't worked in a record shop now probably for 6 years, and I miss it a lot, so actually might be getting back into it soon, but more on that later. Next up is the original pressing of Pantera's Metal Magic from 1983. I guess it's the original pressing. I guess if you recognize it, if it's any different. If you're watching this, let me know. But I got it a long time. I got it when like Cowboys came out, so maybe they pressed it again then. I have no idea. Jeremy and the Suicide, Subway to Success. This has Ronnie Yonkins from Kix on guitar. This is his band after Kix broke up in the early mid-90s. This came out in 1996. This is a 5-song demo. I think they've released a CD with some different tracks other than this, you know, after this. Real Stonesy, kind of bluesy, hard rock. Really killer though. I like that band a lot. Now I think Ronnie's in Rhino Bucket and Kix. Next up is a band called Shame, Glam band. This is their demo, I guess. I've had this for years and years and years. I just don't know much about it. I can't remember what this sounds like. This is like an 8-song demo. Pretty cool. Tattooed Love Boys, Bleeding Hearts, and Needle Marks. This has CJ from the Wild Hearts. This is the US version on Caroline Records. Metal Blade Records from 1989. I love this band. I like this album a lot. I thought it was, I liked it even before I knew who CJ was. I remember getting this when it first came out. I think they released one after this. I know they did, but I forget the name of it. I have that on vinyl. I may have it on cassette too. Really killer hard rock though. Then Tease. Local Boys Tease turned into Rough House. This is the second pressing. The first pressing was just a white cover with the logo. And then the Green World deal happened, distribution deal, so they, through BMG, I think. So then they added a cover to it, and this actually has a bonus track, Crank It Up. It's not on the vinyl. I think it's called Crank It Up. It doesn't say, but I can't remember what the vinyl has. But killer Local Boys. Always had a lot of fun with those guys. Hurricane Alice. I think they later signed to Atlantic, maybe. Changed the spelling of their name. I guess they were getting sued or some shit back in the day. But this is their original title from 1986. Weird cassette. But pretty killer. Some of these, I think some of these songs ended up on their first full length for Atlantic. I'm not 100%. I think one or two did. I can't remember. It's been so long since I heard that guy, those guys. But two other ones I have. These are AC/DC titles. These are the Australian ones for TNT and for High Voltage. I always thought these were cool. I got these when I was a kid. Back at listening booths, they have like the the white cassette with the white label on it, on Albert Records from Australia. I always wanted to get all of them. Like I remember when I picked these up, they had them all, but I could only afford these two at the time, and I picked the ones that had the different covers. And they were the early ones. I was going to start and just go down the line, but I remember going back a couple of weeks later and they were gone, and they never got them back in again. So these are cool though. Cool Australian titles. But that's about it for now. I'll do another one probably 2-3 weeks. People have been asking me for this one. They wanted to see more of my cassettes. I have like 800 cassettes, something like that. Most are packed away, like I said, but in the last video I'll pull out a bunch here and there. And like the stuff that Steve got me, I just asked him to get them for me. He ended up, he didn't want any money. He just gave them to me for my birthday, which was cool. So Steve, if you watch it, thanks again, brother. Like I said, Steve's like, I call him my brother from another mother. He's like one of my best friends. So anyway, heading out tomorrow, doing some record shopping for the next week or so. So, like I said, if you guys watch this, you're looking for anything this week, just text me, just PM me or send me a message in the comments. I'm heading out in the morning, so I'm going to do some stuff from the road, updates from the road maybe. If it's supposed to be 103 tomorrow, so I doubt I'll be doing anything tomorrow. And then I guess it's supposed to break on Monday and be in the 80s, which is good. So I don't have to beat up the car in the heat. So anyway, I'll see you all real soon. I'll be back in a week or so with some fresh updates, some vinyl updates and stuff I got while I was away. And I'll be looking for cassettes too. I'm a sicko. Who the hell thought I would be buying cassettes again? But I got a killer Nakamichi player cassette deck that just sounds awesome no matter what you play in it. And I try to stick with new tapes rather than buying used ones, or if they look beat up, because I don't want to screw up the tape deck either. But killer tape deck. I got it for $10 at a garage sale, and it was still in the box, brand new. I don't know. I know it's like $150 tape deck, which I'll show you to you at the end of this video. So I have a new setup here too in the stereo room. Anyway, I'm blabbering on. So anyway, peace out. I'll see y'all soon. Again, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. And I appreciate it. See ya.